Hello everybody, welcome to Skyfactory 2.5. Today, I'm your host, Zero, and this is my first Let's Play, so let's get into it. I've been wanting to do this for some time. No, nobody's contacted me or asked me to do this. This is of my own free will, and I think that this will be a good time. I've played a lot of the other mod packs, Infinity, Unleashed, and some more. Can't think of them off the top of my head right at the moment. But pretty much anything you could find in the listing on the FeedBeast launcher. So, I've already done a couple playtests through this mod pack. Nothing too serious, nothing too far. All I know is that step one, do not lose that sapling. Do not lose that sapling. So we're going to try to get this perimeter built up as fast as possible. I know that it's cooking up there. Those leaves are falling. Oof. Oof. Oh, thank goodness. I actually just did a playthrough. Literally just before this. It was actually my... Literally, that was my first Let's Play. And I didn't get a sapling. I'm going to hold on to that footage for later use. But yeah, it is possible. So don't take it for granted. You don't want to waste your time starting out. Okay, so we got our first sapling. We actually got a couple more in hand. I'm going to go ahead and just shift this one to growth. And I have two slabs. I'm going to throw those together. And I'm going to make a crook right away. So we can start farming some leaves. And apples. And apples. And, oh, waste the crook. We're going to be using a lot of vein miner. Just heads up, some people think it ruins the immersion, but we got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of things to build, and I have a lot of ideas I want to do. And I don't feel like wasting the time of myself or the viewer, that is you, when it comes to mining several thousand blocks. So, if you could, please, be okay with vein miner, because it's important. And yeah, these things take time, a lot of time. So first thing, we're going to make an axe. Actually, I'll make 2 axes. And then I'm going to make myself a hammer. That should be good. Put those over there, that there. Going to need the crook. And you know what? Just so we can have this on record, our achievement book, not going to use. See you later. It's nice for people starting out, and I used a couple pages of it when I was first playing, but I found that, it kind of ruins the exploration process of this. It doesn't give you much chance to kind of think and figure out things, which is one of my favorite things about Minecraft, is that it makes you think, makes you try to put things together, figure out what works with what, and if you don't allow yourself to experiment with other mods and experiment with other pieces, you're pretty much just doing a cookie cutter build, and at that point you're just following tutorials, and it's just not a lot of fun. Not a lot of fun for me, and I'm sure it's not a lot of fun for people who are watching Let's Plays, and you say, oh well, it's just like every tutorial I've ever looked up in one video. So I want to avoid that. I want to make something fresh, new. I have some of my own ideas. I have some, I won't lie that I do use some original ideas. I will state immediately that yes, I will use the classic Cobblestone Generator, because if you don't, well, oh, this tree's already grown. Hello. Yeah, if you don't use that, you're going to be very short-sticked here. I think that's a word. So we'll use some classic builds. Oh, gee, that was close. Use some classic build ideas, and we'll come up with some new ones too. There's a lot of automation that I would like to get into, and that's actually probably one of my favorite parts of Minecraft, above anything else. I'll do my best to make things look aesthetically pleasing, but more importantly, I want things automated. I want things automated, and I want them to look, we'll go about. I'm more fit form function kind of person. So as long as we got that criteria met, and it's automated and it works well, and it looks semi okay, then we have a good job. We did a good job on our hands. So for today's episode, I would like to create a cobblestone generator. And what we're going to do that, we're going to need a lot of dirt, because to make a lot of cobblestone, we need a lot of cobblestone. So to start off, we're going to pretty much farm farm this tree quite a bit, and we're going to beat it down for a lot of dirt, or wood chips to make dirt. And you know what? Seeing what just happened, I'm going to make some more slabs to increase this perimeter, because we are going to be hurting ourselves if we are not utilizing every bit of space here. Alright, piece by piece we will do this. Now, I will not claim that I am any sort of expert in the matter of Minecraft. I enjoy building, I enjoy playing, and I enjoy developing ideas. And I hope that this will be a form of getting those ideas out there. I know there's already a lot. There's already quite a few ideas out there. And there's like guys that are really, really good at this game, and they're really good at understanding the mechanics and basic functionalities that are already present in the game. However, I would like to pioneer some new ones, and I would like to do that in this Let's Play. But first, we got to stick with our basics. The basics. So we've got quite a bit of wood chips here, and we got some silkworms. So before we can do anything, we actually need to build or set up another tree area. And the way I like to do this is I'm going to use the silkworms, obviously, but I wanted some space between my two trees, because if that tree gets infected along with my other tree, then we're gonna have issues, because then we run out of saplings. I mean, we obviously have quite a few already, but I want to continue this farming process at least until the tree's fully infected and I can mow it down. And that one tree should be way more than enough silk to get our first sieve. Alright, let's go ahead and beat this up one more time. And we are out of a crook, but not anymore. There we go. We're going to chop this bad boy down, get some more wood planks, throw some saplings down there. Go ahead and make these into some wood. Ooh, that's weird. I think Fraps might be slowing this down just a little bit. That's okay. Just gotta remember that. Okay, so have that set up. We need to go ahead and make ourselves a bucket or a barrel. We're gonna place this barrel off the side. We need to make our first little bit of dirt to fill in this gap, and I should obviously add a little more to the side there. So we're gonna chop this tree down. And we're gonna fill it up with saplings. Before I forget, we'll add on to right here. And this way we don't run into the same problem we did before. And it gives us something to do while we're waiting for that dirt to progress. I guess I should say saplings, not dirt yet. %. And it is good. Okay. So plop our dirt down there. We'll set up our new tree. We'll torque it to growth. Good. And now, time to infect it. Throw a couple worms on there. And for the meantime, I'm just going to let this infect. And I'm going to continue mining this tree over here. And I will cut the footage here because that's a lot. That's a lot to record. And I don't want to waste space. And it's going to be really boring. So I will be right back. Okay. We are just about finished. And this happened. So that's pretty nasty looking. Not a big fan. So I need to build up to this. We're gonna have to do something about this because this is just not pretty, and I do not. I'm like I said, I'm a fit form function kind of person, but when something's this atrocious, it just doesn't sit well with me. There's nothing more annoying than things just floating around. So let me get up there. Yeah, we could use more wood anyway. And I should hit that to get right to the edge. Nice, got it. Style points right there. Okay, get those knocked out. So, as I was farming all these trees, I was hammering a lot of them, and we got a pretty good supply of wood chips here. So I'm gonna start throwing those in here. We are going to go through a lot of dirt, and this is probably the preliminary stages of all this. I will be cutting a lot of footage out because it's very, very boring and it's just tedious work over and over and over again. But the essential portions have been covered. You do need to develop that large perimeter. Make sure you catch all your saplings, and you need to set up a separate tree for your silk. And the silk's the important aspect for building the sieve. So let's go ahead and this should be completed. Oh, that was scary. And 8. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Oh man, we are 1 short. Dang it. Oh well, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was a sieve. So we're going to have to do one more. And we're going to get that one infected too. Fortunately, I have 8 silver, so it shouldn't take too long. I mean, if I can ever get this thing to grow. I'm guessing a lot of them must have fallen off. I need to make that perimeter a little bigger. Well, in the meantime, we can build some more buckets and start working on our cobblestone supply. And I guess also let's get this little bigger over here, because last thing I need is more supplies to fall off the side. Okay, so throw some chips in here. This is good to go. And where are we at? 40%. Okay. And let's go ahead and break some more of this wood down. And we'll make some more barrels, because again, it's a long process and you don't want to be waiting on just one piece of dirt the entire time. And you can use wood chips, you can use saplings. I just find it faster to use the wood chips, and we're probably going to want a lot of saplings later, especially when we get into farm automation and whatnot. Plus, you get a lot more return on the wood chips when you hammer trees. It's a little more beneficial. The word of caution, though, and I should follow this myself, I've done it many times already, is you need to build some sort of awning over these barrels, because the moment it starts raining, these fill up, and you are forced to break them down. Okay, so I'm not going to bay miner all these. Oh, perfect. There it is. Done. No. Oh, no. 9. Need 9. Silly me. How about this one? Maybe this one? Got it. Okay. Now we can build our sieve. So sieve is 4 oak planks, or 4 planks, 2 sticks, and 2 silk meshes in the middle. And this will be your best friend for a good deal of time. Essentially, you'll be spending so much time at that. They might as well call it Skyfactory. I'm actually going to go ahead and set a chest down next to it, just because I know that I'll be bouncing in between the sieve and everything else quite a bit. So we're going to fill these up with dirt one more time. I will start sieving the dirt and building cobblestone. And from the cobblestone, we have a lot of things we need to go from. First step is getting an area set up for our cobblestone generator, as well as we need to get to dust because we need to make clay, and we also need to make a furnace. So I'm going to sieve through a few of these just so everybody can get an idea for the process. For those who are new or interested in playing Skyfactory, this is what you're going to be doing quite a bit early in the game. And it is, if you enjoy this sort of thing, this weird sort of torture, then by all means have at it. But if not, I would just fast forward, or I'll do it for you. But I just want to give everybody an idea as to what goes into this. Yep. This is the process. Super enjoyable. I mean, I don't mind it. It's kind of relaxing. I'm sure it's boring to watch, but we won't put anybody through that anymore. And so with that being done, you will get these little stone marble looking things, and we will turn that into cobblestone. And then with the cobblestone, we will go ahead and place that down, and we'll use our hammer, and we'll break that down in the gravel. And with the gravel, we'll place that down, and we'll hammer that into sand, and then from sand we will hammer that into dust. And the dust is all we need to make our clay. Now, I will say this, you will need to have a way to transport water into your barrels. Otherwise, you're going to be you have to wait to make a bucket. The bucket's not hard to get to. In terms of, you only need 3 iron. However, in order to get that 3 iron, you're going to have to sift through a lot of this dust, sand, and gravel. And right now, it seems pretty much next to impossible to expedite this process anymore. So, I'm going to cut the footage here because I have a lot of dirt to sieve through. And I will come back to you guys after I've got the furnace and the iron ready to build everything else. I'm actually going to build a couple more barrels just in case it rains too. So I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, we are back again, and I just mined or harvested probably about 20 to 40 dirt blocks, and I think we got what we need. There's one thing we do need to build, and that would be a oak crucible. Seeing as it hasn't rained, we haven't had an opportunity to get any water. So I'm going to go ahead and build myself a crucible. I'm pretty sure it is one of the slabs with oak around it. Yes, it is. Good. This will be a little bit of a waiting game because I do have to harvest some more saplings, but we can do that on camera. That won't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue. Let's see. Okay, that's filling up relatively quickly. We have our coal, charcoal, and 12 powder iron, which should go into 3 blocks. And we'll smelt that down into 3 iron ingots, which will make our bucket. And our bucket will transfer the water out to a barrel, and then we'll put our dust in the barrel, and it'll be good. And we'll make clay, and then we'll do stuff. Things. I still need to make quite a bit of cobble to make the initial cask for the cobble generator. But I figured I'd do the rest of this on camera just so everyone can see the process that's involved. So there's our iron ingots. We're going to go ahead and make our barrel. Or our bucket. Sorry, bucket. We're going to make a bucket here. That's what it is. And we could use dirt for the casket. Or the cask for the cobblestone generator, but it just kind of looks sloppy. And I don't know, maybe there are some principles involved that would cause issues with the dirt and the lava. There's our clay. I need to check exactly how many pieces we get. I mean, we should get 4. Okay, so 4 pieces. So yeah, we just need to do 1 more. And I believe there's only 8 of these. Perfect. Okay, so we'll let that go ahead and go down. That moves relatively quick. That's about about 40 ticks per second. That's good. That's not bad. Go ahead and mine this real quick. Yeah, you go through quite a bit of dirt. Quite a bit of dirt at the beginning. So just get ready to harvest away at that, and then sieve away at it. Once you get the cobblestone generator set up, it eliminates a lot of this legwork that's involved. Makes things a lot easier. Essentially, like, let's see, skip 2-3 steps in making the dirt. So yeah, about threefold easier. Plus, I also like it because it takes a lot of some of the vanilla concepts and brings it back to having some relevance, which I think is great. Need more of that, you know. Need more of those basic mechanic engines being utilized. I don't know. I think it's one of the coolest things ever. Okay, so there's our 8 clay. That should be enough. We need to take that 8 clay and combine it with some bone meal. I have actually fortunate enough to get the exact amount we need to make the porcelain clay. And that'll make our unfired crucible. And we'll take our unfired crucible and we'll toss it in the furnace and get that cooked up. And that is where we are going to make our lava. And this is where the other process comes back involved, where I have to go through another, I don't know, probably another 30 minutes of dirt farming. The sad part is that this is actually going to have to go on top of this torch. This will be the least aesthetically pleasing thing you will see all day. Bam. Looks great, right? I know. Built it myself. Okay, so not going to like it, but I have to harvest more dirt. So I will be right back, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, guys, just a heads up, my fraps did cut out, so the audio will be totally out of sync for this one clip. What we're doing now is we're going to go ahead and build our cobblestone generator. I ran out of materials, I didn't have enough, so I'm actually going to place cobblestone for the base, which I'd like to do the whole thing in cobblestone, but as you see, all I've got is wood and some dust. And so I'm going to go ahead and place the dust, or not the dust, I'm going to place the wood on sides, and we're going to make that sort of our base, and we're going to come back and break that out later. There isn't much else that goes on. Get all the proper placements, and I end up having to wait for the lava to finish in the crucible. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through this footage, And lava. Check. Alright. Throw it in here. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. Great. Absolutely great. Excellent. Okay. Well, this is what we set out to do today, and we accomplished it. Thanks to everybody who joined in, and I will see you next time. See ya.